Hi guys, and welcome to Escape with Watch Reviews. My name is Steve, and today we're looking at a couple different ciga design watches. Now, I've always said ciga design, they're not for me personally. I'm not a huge skeleton watch fan, but they are for somebody. And when we're talking about ciga design watches, you can definitely expect some really incredible packaging, which we'll talk about here in just a little bit. You can expect some really unique features, striking designs, and well-executed watches. I've been impressed with every ciga design watch that I've come across. Again, it's just the design is not really for me. But if you are in the market for a skeleton watch or, a conversation piece, I will say ciga design should be one of your stops for sure. I will start out with my typical disclaimer. I received both of these watches for free and I don't have to send them back, but you guys know the deal by now. Any watch that shows up on my channel, you're going to get my honest opinion every single time. I'm not here to say that I don't like the design, because I really don't like the design of these watches, but I'm here to tell you if the watches are any good. And, being a reviewer is tough sometimes. You got to take, your own personal opinions out of the equation sometimes and just tell you guys, if you like the watch. So if you're watching this review, you probably like the designs of these watches. So yeah, and you want to know if the watch is any good. So I'm here to tell you if the watch is any good. So I say we get right into it. We'll start with this one right here. All right, so before we get into this, we'll do a quick rush check for the day. This is the Octopus Kraken OCT0018, a watch that just arrived. It's a Marine Master homage, or clomage, and it is fantastic. We'll talk about this watch in a future review, so stay tuned to the channel for that one. But we're here right now to talk about the ciga design X Series Great Ape. So again, with ciga design, you get really cool packaging. So this is very nicely done. You can see it's kind of this foil print on the outside. Really just a nice booklet style. You open it up and you got the watch right there. It does come with two different straps. They both have quick release. So yeah, they're very, very cool. The watches are stainless steel. They have sapphire crystal. They are a very cool, unique design, as you can see here. The movements that they use inside of these, they're original developed ciga design style of movements, but in my early on videos, I did some research, and they're basically just Seagull ST2130s, which is an ETA 2824 clone, and then they just kind of skeletonized everything on it. So they did a bunch of work to make it look good, but the guts inside are very robust and reliable and accurate. They're high beat, and they got about 40 hours of power reserve. You can see the rotor back here looking very good. And I'm going to test these both for sapphire real quick. So we'll bring in the Diamond Selector 2. The front is sapphire. And the back is mineral, it looks like. So it's not a sapphire sandwich, a little bit disappointing there, but otherwise it's a full stainless steel outside. Again, high beat movement on the inside. Push-pull crown here. Nice smooth winding on this. Feels great. Nice big crown too. I mean, just look at that crown. It's huge. I'll get some dimensions for that crown and the rest of the watch here in just a moment. But yeah, here you can see it running, looking really, really good. I do like that you can kind of see the mainspring here, and the more you wind it up, the tighter it gets there. So it's a little bit of a power reserve. It looks kind of cool. Legibility, obviously not the forte of these watches, but it does actually do a pretty good job with those red accents on this one. You can get this in a few different colorways as well. But yeah, I think it actually looks pretty good. A flat sapphire crystal on the front. Does have anti-reflective coating, and it's got lots of it, so you get a nice clear look at the dial. It looks fantastic. Lots of little details on there. You can see the ciga design logo there on the right. You got this X pattern, and it kind of has these raised little things here. I don't even know what to call them, but little raised sections on it. I mean, it's just a lot going on, but it looks really, really cool. All right, so I'm going to bring out the calipers here. We'll get some dimensions for you. So across the face, got 45.5, got 22 millimeter lug width, and a thickness of 11.8 millimeters. Nice big crown here, 8 millimeter crown, and it is a signed crown there. So a pretty big case, I'll say that. It's a big case. Again, it's not for me. I don't like that size, but I know some people out there do like this stuff. But yeah, typical 22 millimeter lug width there, so that's not bad. It's a really interesting case design. As you can see here, there's a little bit of polishing going on. There's some bead blasting. It's all done very nice, very smooth. There's no sharp edges on this case anywhere. It's just, I mean, again, well executed. Again, I don't like the designs, but well executed, and that's all I can really say about Ciga Design. They do their watches very nicely. So yeah, really a cool, interesting design. And then they have this suspension system. So you can kind of see right here, this whole like outer band of the watch lifts up. It's really interesting. I'm not sure the purpose of that. It definitely could probably help with comfort on the wrist. If you tighten it down, or if you're doing a bunch of sports or something like that, it might help with, shock resistance maybe. But it's just an interesting little touch. You can see there are little springs sitting in there. So yeah, again, just really an interesting design, interesting features, and an interesting watch in general. I do think if you are into this skeleton style of watch, you're gonna really enjoy this thing. I mean, just look at the depth on the dial there. It looks awesome. It does. It really does look awesome. I like looking at the movement and stuff like that. So yeah, if you guys are into this style of watch, these are ones that you should definitely be checking out. There's no lume on this one, so that's kind of a disappointment, but legibility is actually not that bad. And again, their packaging is awesome. It does come with 2 quick release straps here. We've got a nylon one here. Seems to be pretty nice, flexible right out of the box. Nice hardware on these as well. I mean, look at the buckle on this thing. Really a cool design. It's kind of this bar. It's not flat or anything. And then it does have the Ciga design there. Really nicely done. 22 millimeters straight through. We've got this here. Again, a really cool strap. There's the side that's on the outside. I mean, it's just a really interesting design. And again, these straps are very nice, very flexible. And again, the hardware, same hardware on this one here, looking really, really good. So yeah, I think, design wise, they did everything right. They didn't do anything wrong. So as far as, anything I feel like it's missing or it did poorly, I would like to see a sapphire case back. Especially since, I mean, it's just a flat sapphire case back, so it doesn't need to be anything super expensive. And I think the price that you're paying, which is for this model, $379. I forgot to put that up there. So I think for that price, you kind of want to see sapphire on the back as well, especially because you're going to be looking at the movement a lot through it, and you want to keep it nice and clean. I'd like to see some lume on the watch as well. Other than that, though, I think there's not a whole lot to complain about. Again, it's just nicely done. There's no sharp edges on it at all. It's very usable with the big crown. Typical lug width as well. It's not overly thick either. It's a big watch. I maybe would like to see a smaller version of it, but if you're wearing a watch kind of like this, you kind of want a statement piece, and it's going to be nice and big and chunky on your wrist. So here it is next to a 39 millimeter watch, or close to 40 millimeter watch. So it definitely has some wrist presence, but I still think it's manageable, especially because it's not super long. So yeah, it's just something for you guys to consider. But yeah, I do think these watches are pretty cool, and they offer a lot for the money. So yeah, we'll put this one back. We will get into the next one. All right, so the next one here, you can see it is the Magician, magic on your wrist. And again, cool packaging as always. It's got a whole bunch of wording on the outside and this really nice, polished pattern. Ciga design here. It's got the logo down here. I mean, it's just got a bunch of wording here. I will let you read it if you really want to. I'll pause it here, or you can pause it and read everything. It's just a bunch of words, but really nicely done. Again, very nicely done. You flip it open here. You've got a picture of the watch over here. Some magic on your wrist, and then you get into the actual watch itself, and you can see we've got 3 different cases and a strap here. And just, again, the packaging on these watches is just so cool. There's a little bit of extra information down here, how to use it and how to maintain it and all that stuff. But obviously the star of the show is right here. So we have the centerpiece of the watch, and then you can just slip it into any one of these different cases. It takes literally that long. It's done. And it's kind of held in with these little push tabs on either side. So I have seen a swappable case before, but it took screws and it took a few minutes to change out a case. This one you can just kind of change it right on the fly, so that's pretty cool. You've got 3 different designs, really easy to use. I was surprised at how easy it is to pop it in and pop it out. Again, they're big cases. Each watch is 44 millimeters in diameter and 49 millimeters long. This one here is 52 millimeters long. So just something to keep in mind. Again, big watches. But man, do they look awesome. They do. They look really, really good. Again, nice big crown. We'll get the dimensions here in just a second, but I just wanted to power this one up for you. This one is definitely harder to read than the other one. But again, the purpose of these watches is to be something unique, and they definitely pull that off. And you can just see right there. And it's kind of got this like floating design. The outer, the bezel of this watch here, it has a gap in between the actual like movement holder, I guess it would be called. So yeah, a really interesting design. It's very cool. Again, just really, really cool. Here, I'm trying to find something that can, give you a little bit more contrast so you can see what is see-through and what's not. But again, very nicely done, running kind of the same movement it is the customized movement, but yeah, I actually have some plastic on here still. Pop that off. But yeah, really happy with this one as well. As for what it is, it's very cool and it's very well designed. They could have had really sharp corners on this, but everything has been rounded off nicely. And again, with Ciga Design, they kind of know what they're doing when it comes to these cases. The mechanism to release this is nice and satisfying. Each case has been rounded off nicely. It doesn't feel sharp or uncomfortable at all on the wrist. They just feel like nice high quality pieces. I mean, they're not flexing at all. I'm squeezing pretty hard on that thing. It doesn't flex at all. It feels nice and solid. And again, the strap that comes with it, 22 millimeter strap, quick release. It's kind of an FKM strap. This one has a little bit of a different design on the buckle, but again, very nicely done. I do like this buckle a lot. The strap seems super nice though, really nice and smooth. So I'm very happy with the strap on this one. We'll pop it into one of the cases here real quick, just so I have something to hold on to. So yeah, let's get some dimensions actually, let's test the crystal for sapphire. So we'll test it for sapphire real quick. This sapphire on the front. Let's see if the back is. This one is just mineral on the back. So again, sapphire on the front, mineral on the back. I'd like to see that sapphire as well. The retail price for this one, while we're talking about specs, is $499. You can get this in titanium as well for an extra $100. So just something to keep in mind. This is the stainless steel one. You can see we've got some nice finishing on it as well. We got brushing on these surfaces here. We've got like a bead blasting in between there. There's a little bit of polishing on the I guess like the main case of it. You can see right there around the bezel. But again, just well done, well executed. Nice big crown there as well. It's just a push-pull crown, but really nicely done. I believe both of these watches had 30 meters of water resistance. We'll get some dimensions real quick for you. Kind of hard to measure this one, but let's say 45. Got a 7.7 millimeter crown, 22 millimeter lug width. And this one here, like I mentioned, is 49 lug to lug. This one is pretty thin though, 10.7 millimeters thick, which is pretty impressive for a watch like this. So it wears low to the wrist, but it's just a big watch. Just a big watch. Getting close and looking at the dial on this one has a little bit more going on. It has kind of that outer gear pattern on it, and then it's kind of got these double crosses here with some again, and I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a polished little section with some texture on it. So it does catch the light really nicely. It's got the Ciga Design branding here. It's got a little bit of wording here on the mainspring barrel. It's pretty cool. The second hand is this little center gear wheel, so you can see that spinning around. So it's a high beat movement, again, probably based on the Seagull ST2130. So it does hack. It does hand wind, about 40 hours of power reserve. Just really a nice, robust movement. I'm happy that they're putting those in these watches. And you can see legibility on this one is not great. Quite difficult to read on this one. This one actually does have some lume though, so that's kind of cool. I'll pop up a little lume shot here. It's not great. It doesn't have any lume on the outside of the dial or the time telling markers. It's just the hands and the second hand, I believe. So yeah, the lume is not great either way, so don't buy this for the lume. But I mean, just showing off the movement. There's the back side of it. Nice rotor there. It's got a little bit of striping on it. But yeah, very nicely done. Again, I've got no real complaints with the build quality of these watches. It's just the design is not for me. So yeah, I think that's it. If you guys are interested in any Ciga design watches, I will leave links for both of these two watches down below. You can check out the rest of their catalog while you're there. They have some of the most incredible designs that I've ever seen. Very unique. They have nothing that is quote unquote normal, and some people just really love that. I'm not one of those guys, but if you are, go check them out because they have some really cool stuff and it's executed very nicely. That's all I can tell you. It is executed very nicely. I've had, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 Ciga design watches now, and they all are nicely done. They're just nicely built watches, good specs, decent prices for what you're getting. You're getting some really killer designs and at some decent prices. So yeah, I think that's it for me, guys. If you guys want to check these out, leave them down below. Leave some comments down below. I like talking with you guys about these watches. I know these watches aren't for everybody, but they are for somebody. So yeah, I think that's it for me. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.